Then the next outfits that we got were all of my uncle's outfits and my first cousin's outfits, because in our culture we do like matching outfits for the immediate families and like your extended family, like your parents, siblings and your first cousins and all that. So this was another place that we went to that had excellent service. We went to, I need to find out the name, I don't remember the name of this store, but it's next to the Haldirams on the main street of Chandni Chowk. It's like a little corner, tiny little store for sherwanis right next to, or maybe 2 shops down from the Haldirams, and it was owned by this guy and he was sick, you guys. He was amazing. We wanted about 15 sherwanis. We picked the fabric, we picked the color, and he was like, I'll get it made for you before you go back to the UK. Don't worry. Again, I did the same thing with the sizing. They all wore the same thing. So it was literally the same thing, the same design, color, everything, just different sizes. So I gave the guy all the sheets with everybody's sizing and he got them all made. Literally, he got them all made within 2.5 days, and they looked banging. Like, I'll insert a picture here so you can see how their outfits turned out. Like, literally, if they was to get something like this in the UK, easily you're looking over 100 quid. Over there, it cost us like less than half of that. It was well worth it. Also from the same guy, because we saw that he was so quick and the fit of his clothes that he'd made, the sizing, everything was so good, we decided to order all of the guys' Mendi outfits from him as well. So for the Mendi, I had all my uncles and cousins wearing just white like white kurta pajama type clothes, and then a waistcoat. So I wanted everyone to have different coloured waistcoats so they can all be colourful with white underneath. So we did the same thing, picked which colours we wanted for who, and then gave them the measurements. And again, he made that within 2 days. Another like 20, I think I would say probably 20 waistcoats, child sizes and adult sizes. So he did absolutely amazing. I will definitely try to find out what his store is called and link it in the description box below for you guys. So that was more or less the 4th day. The 5th day we picked the saris for my aunts, what they were gonna wear, and my sister's clothes. So the only thing we actually ended up leaving in India that we got delivered to the UK afterwards were the saris that all my aunties wore. We kind of struggled to find something in the colour. I wanted that mint / pastel green, which they didn't have that many options in this short time that we were there. So we had to kind of pick from what we had. A lot of the saris were in a net fabric, and obviously we didn't want anything that was gonna be too exposed where you can see your body and stuff. So then we picked a sari that everyone was more or less happy with. We FaceTimed everyone, made sure everyone was happy with it, and then we picked a material to go underneath, so like a nice satin in a similar shade, so that it kind of gives it more impact and makes it a bit more conservative. And because we needed about 8 of those, we ended up leaving the order in India, because they would have had to order it in and it would not have come in time for when we were leaving India. So that is the one thing that we left. And then my mum's outfit was quite difficult to find. She'd already bought maybe like 2 saris that were in the dark, because I wanted her to wear more like a dark emerald green, but she couldn't really find anything. She bought 2 and we weren't really happy with it. And then my dad picked one for my mum, which is more navy but with like a pastel green minty border, which was really nice. So she ended up going with that one. So then my dad picked his outfit as well. He got a sherwani, which was in a nice limey pastel-y green. It fit him really nice. Like, they just had to do like basic alterations, which didn't take long at all. And then my sisters, I picked their outfits for them. I picked them again like the pastel-y green outfits, but with heavy work. I wanted something heavy. I wanted it to have a contrast dupatta, which it does, so it can be similar to my outfit. and the prices again were really good. I feel like something like that in the UK, when we browsed around in the UK, you was looking at about £400 to £600 for each one, whereas in India it was like less than a quarter of the price. And it just turned out really nice. With theirs, I got their blouses made out there for them, but to be honest, their blouse kind of flopped, so they had to get it readjusted and stuff in the UK. But overall, their actual outfits turned out really nice for the amount of work and how heavy it was and how much netting and stuff it had underneath. Literally, you would not find that in the UK for anything less than, I don't know, 200. You wouldn't be able to find it. You're looking at about 500 plus. We saw more basic, more simple things in the UK in Green Street and Ilford Lane or whatever, and they were asking for like 600 for like 2 little flowers and a plain skirt. So their outfits were really nice. We FaceTimed them as well. They were happy with their outfits, so we went ahead and we ordered those. So my mum's, my dad's, both my sisters and all my aunties' saris, all of their clothes we got from the same store, which I think was called something Saree Emporium. So I'll link it in the description box for you guys below. They had a lot of variety. They had loads of sections. So they had downstairs was all just saris. Then they had 1 floor sherwanis, 1 floor lengas. Like it was like quite a few, like 4-story building. So we got all of their stuff from there. And then day 6, we did the last few bits and bobs and the remaining clothes. So I still needed a sari for my mendi. I already had a lenga from Pakistan, which my mother-in-law had gotten me, but I wanted to wear that for half the night and wear a sari for the first half of the night. So I still need to look for that. I needed to look for Inam's mendi outfit. We decided not to do his wedding outfit from India because he wouldn't be able to try it on and stuff. So we needed his mendi outfit. And that morning, we were so lucky that the cab driver who we had, he wanted to take us to this store where if we pop in for 2 minutes, he would get some form of commission. And that was kind of like addition to his like salary that he had. So he was really trying to convince us, please, if you just step in the shop or let me take you to the store, then I'll make a bit of money off that. And my dad was like, you know what, that's absolutely fine, like we'll stop by on the way. So we stopped by, it was on the way to Chandni Chowk, and then one by one we all kind of got sidetracked and ended up going inside the store. It was a boutique called Delhi Haat, and we ended up just having a little browse, seeing what they've got. It was like a proper exclusive boutique type of store, and I actually ended up finding my mendi sari there. They had a really nice selection, really high quality saris, really different saris, like very traditional style saris. I'll try to insert a picture here for you guys to see what I ended up picking. They also had guys' clothes there as well. So I FaceTimed Inam because I found a really nice outfit for him. It was like 5 AM in the UK and I called him like 6 times until he picked up, and just to ask if he was happy with that one. He was like, I think he just about saw it and he's like, yeah, looks good, if you like it, just go for it. So then I ended up getting my mendi sari, his mendi outfit, and also they had a section where you custom make picking fabrics full outfit. So what I wore to my registry, I kind of just got it made. It was just like a simple dress. So I picked a couple of fabrics and showed them like a pattern, showed them a style, and left it with them, and they basically made that for me. So I will put a picture here so you guys can see what they made. Just an English dress type of thing. So that was on our way to Chandni Chowk, and we literally ended up spending about 2 hours there when we thought we was just going to stop by for like 2 minutes to help the poor guy out. But we ended up spending a lot of money there, so he ended up getting a lot more commission, which I'm glad that he did because the clothes were actually really nice. So then we went to Chandni Chowk for the rest of the day, and we kind of split up that day. So my mum, my aunt, my cousin and his wife, they all stayed in Chandni Chowk to do other shopping that they had to do and get the rest of the wedding stuff that we needed to get. Me and my dad went to another area which was in New Delhi that had a really good jewelry store that my friend had recommended me to go to before I left. And so me and my dad went there, and we basically spent a lot of our time there so I could pick all my wedding jewelry. So the jewelry store that we went to was called Much More, and it kind of reminded me of Bees in the UK. So I don't know if any of you guys have been to Bees, but it kind of reminded me of that. And they had so much variety, and they were really busy. It was a small store, but they were packed. So we was there for quite a long time. I picked my Mendi jewelry, I picked most of my wedding jewelry, and I also got both of my sisters 2 full sets of jewelry because it was a really good price. So in the UK, for example, if you want to get one big fat necklace or even earrings and a small necklace set, you're looking at £70 plus. I got them sets to go with their outfits, which included earrings, necklace, 2 types of headpieces for literally around half that price. So it was well worth it. My Mendi jewelry as well was really stunning. It's one of my most favorite jewelry sets that I have. It's very traditional style kundan work with really quality gems, and literally I've had all my jewelry and we wore it, and you know, we traveled with it. It stayed intact. Like, none of it got loose, none of it broke, none of the stones fell out, nothing. Like, it is perfectly intact and in perfect condition and really high quality. So I really loved that store, and they were really helpful because the style that I'd picked, I needed to change out some of the colors of the stone to match my outfit and stuff, but they were really good. They were really quick as well. Obviously they were super busy, so I'm not surprised that it took them 2-3 hours to fix all of our stuff. Like, both my sisters' set, I wanted the colors changed to match their outfits. So we waited on that. They also changed the colour of the stones for my wedding set that I bought. So overall, I'm so glad that my friend recommended that store to me, because that is where I did all of my jewellery shopping, and I was so glad that I did. Meanwhile, my mum and the others were looking for what all the women in my family should wear for the Mendi day. So obviously the guys' clothes got sorted with the guy who did the sherwani. Then the women's sarees for the Mendi, I wanted something colourful, like literally colourful all over, multicolour, bright, fun, with like maybe a skinny border, and like a simple whatever blouse anyone wanted to wear, because I wanted it to be a nice colourful event. So they ended up finding a tiny little store, which is probably smaller than a UK box room. It was literally tiny. It was this guy, and I think he knew he was from the UK, and then he moved over there for business and whatever, and he just settled there, and he had his own like little store. Me and my dad later went and met up with all of them lot there. They'd ordered about 40 or 45 sarees to gift to people, for everyone to wear like similar clothing and stuff. So yeah, my mum had ordered a whole bunch. Like, she wasn't planning to get that many, and she ended up getting like triple the amount that she said she was going to, but the prices were really good. Obviously Mendi sarees, you don't want to be spending too much on, because it's not that deep. Like, it's more of a fun event, it's not a very formal event. So we got all the Mendi, literally everyone wore the same. My bridesmaids, my sisters, aunts, cousins, parents, everyone was in the same clothes but in different colours. And so we went and met with them there. And my mum showed me, she introduced me to the guy, and he showed me the fabric that he had, and I was like, okay, this is nice, but can you do it in multiple colours? He's like, don't worry, I will send them off to wherever it needs to go to, and they will dye it for you in all the colours you want. And I just said, give me a bunch of every colour except for blue. 2 days later, we went and collected all of that. Again, literally everything out there took like 2 days. Every outfit that I got the blouse made, done in a day, done the next day. They take your measurements there and then while you're in the store with them. You go back the next day, it's done. If there needs to be any alteration, they do it there and then. So everything is super, super fast. And that was really good because we didn't really have much time there. Later that day, we also ordered the invitations. So the invitations we got from another area of Chandni Chowk, because I don't know if you guys have ever been or seen or heard about Chandni Chowk, but it's kind of like a whole giant marketplace. and you have like different little sections of it that are for different things. So majority of the time we spent where all the clothing was. We were going to go to the section where all the decoration stuff was, but it was a Sunday and it was closed, so we couldn't really get any decor out there. We wanted to get like, you know, the tassely things, cute decoration for the house and for the mendi and stuff like that, but all the shops were closed the day that we went. But for the invitations, we went to the section where all the printing is done, all the invitations are made, cards, business cards, invites, all of that kind of stuff had its own little area in Chandni Chowk. So we went there and we browsed around a few shops, and then we finally came across a store that had the most beautiful invites ever. Literally, I am in love with my wedding invites. How it happened to match with my theme of my wedding, and the quality of the cards, like it was beyond belief. Like, we didn't even mean to look for them, we just came across it, because originally I thought I would go for something that is, you know, the laser cut style, where it's like little cutout print and then you open it up and then it's got the invites. But we found one that matches my exact theme, that had the floral sort of like borders and things, and the gold, and it had like the paper that it was on was like a shiny card. It wasn't like a matte card, it was shiny. I'll show you guys what it looks like here. And again, like, I did check for invites in the UK before I left, and cards of that standard and that design and that quality were like £2.65 or something plus, but out there for me it was like less than £1 a card. So we got our side and Inam side, all the cards printed. We had already printed and written down what we wanted to say inside the cards, so we gave that to them, left it with them, and then the next day we came and we picked it up. It was ready. Again, literally everything, I'm telling you guys, everything was done so quickly. Like, you don't even need more than a week, really. Obviously, if you've got a bit longer than a week, then it would be ideal, but we managed to get everything done within a week. And then the final day, we went back to Chandni Chowk, we picked up everything, literally all the bulk of our shopping. That was our last full day. And then we left the next morning, yeah, because that was the day we had that creepy cab driver who we thought was going to mug us. So yeah, that was our last full day, the 7th day, and we went back to Chandni Chowk, picked up all of our shopping. Everything was in like gigantic sacks and bags and like clothing bags and things like that, and we loaded up the cab that we had, the Uber that we had. We kind of collected all our clothes bit by bit during the day, and then we had to pack that night. So that was what we spent the day doing. We were packing all of our stuff, and I will show you guys a picture here somewhere of the amount of stuff that we had. Oh my god, like, we had so much stuff. We were like, yay, 40k luggage, 6 luggages, yeah, like, we ran out of space. Like, we weighed our suitcases, we were still overweight by like 10, 12 or even 15 kgs. We were still overweight overall. We literally had to like pack our luggages to the absolute max. They were like bursting at the seams. It was that full. So that's what we spent the day doing, and packed up all of our stuff. And yeah, the next morning we were leaving to come back to the UK. So yeah, overall I had the most successful shopping trip, getting all my wedding stuff from India. I would definitely recommend it if you're gonna be doing like bulk shopping. The only thing I would say is definitely make sure you do plenty of research before you go, because even though we thought we did our research, we still didn't really like do our research properly, because our hotel was rubbish. The fact that we had to take cabs into Chandni Chowk, that took like an hour and a bit each day, that was a silly mistake on our part. We should have got a hotel, even if it was a 3-star, we should have got a hotel actually in Chandni Chowk, so we could just get the little rickshaws and stuff to go around, because that would have saved us more money. But overall, I am so glad that we did my wedding shopping in India, because it was a really successful trip. The quality of all the clothes that we bought were spot on. Like, it's no different to buying it in the UK. You're just paying a third of the price. You're not paying like the tax plus the retailer's profit and then some. for each outfit. So I got everything in the space of a week. I think if we had another 2-3 days, then we would not have been in as much of a rush as we were, because it does take a day or two just to get your bearings and figure everything out. But overall, it was a very successful trip. We got everything we needed and more. The only thing that I'm a little bit gutted about is the fact that I wish I'd bought myself a few more outfits. I bought one lehenga that was not a wedding related one, that was just a general outfit that I liked. But I wish I'd taken advantage and bought more outfits for myself, because they were really, really good price and really, really good quality. But now that I have all the numbers and things and the contacts, I will probably order stuff from India even now that I'm in the UK, because I've visited the shops, I've seen what their work is like, so I know I won't be getting scammed. So I would definitely recommend going to India, or whichever is your home country or whatever, like Bangladesh, Pakistan, whatever it is, for your wedding shopping, because it is so worth it. And I feel like the best time to go is probably around like early on in the year. So if your wedding's in the summer, try to go with a good few months at hand, so that when you come back, alterations, this, that, the other, you still got time to do all of that. And also the weather's much cooler in Jan, Feb, that kind of time in India. So we weren't really like sweating it out in the heat and blah, blah, blah. We were fine. It was a good season out there to go as a foreigner. So that was really good as well. Ticket prices were really affordable, and we got really lucky that we got such good amount of weight. So even though we were overweight, they let us go. We thought we might have to actually like wear some of the clothes, so it wasn't overweight. Like we thought we'd have to wear some of the waistcoats, and then like we were just joking around about putting the saris on and traveling in a sari or 2 saris so that we can bring everything with us. But they kind of let us get away with it. They weren't too tough on that either. So overall, it was way worth it, even including ticket prices, hotel prices, food prices, like including all of that, and then spending money on getting your outfits. I personally feel it's still way more value for money to go all the way back home than it is to spend it in the UK. Obviously, if you don't have time or you have infinite amount of money, then that's not a problem. But if you want to do bulk shopping on a budget, still get what you want and make a mini holiday out of it, then definitely go abroad to do your wedding shopping. Because even though I was stressed during the week, when I think back now, I actually had a really good time. I'd never been to India before, so I was glad that I got to go to another country that I haven't been to before and travel and see what it's like out there. Like, it's very similar to Bangladesh, but I mean, I went as a tourist, so it was very different at the same time for me. So that was really nice overall. The food was calm as well. We had that Korean's place maybe twice. We went to a Pizza Hut one night. We had a lot of like fast food, Burger King, McDonald's, blah, blah, all of that. So food was really good as well. We did have some street food, but we were careful not to have too much street food in case it gave any of us the shits, and then that would kind of ruin any shopping plans. The main thing that we had was tea from the streets and stuff, and that was really nice. The tea out there is so nice when you watch them kind of make it in the pans along the streets and stuff, so that was really good. But yeah, overall it was a very successful trip. We got loads of stuff, everything was good price, everyone was happy with what they got. I was very happy with my outfits as well, and yeah. So I will link down all the stores that I visited in the description box for you guys below, in case you want to check them out and like look into them a little bit. And yeah, if you enjoyed this video and you found it useful, then be sure to leave me a like. Leave me a little comment as well. Let me know if you've ever been abroad for shopping, or if you plan to, or any of that. And yeah, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And other than that, I will see you guys on my next video. Bye!